Hello and welcome to the JTrain podcast. This is JTrain, Jared Free, coming to you live from the West Village of Manhattan. We're here every Monday with your emails, your stories, your questions. I say every episode. Let me say it again. Thank you. Thank you for being a listener. Thank you for being a part of this show. I love doing it. I love the interactions we have through it. I love your emails. Keep sending your emails, jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. If you're new here, I've had an influx of people. Wouldn't you know? You have a special go out on Netflix, and then you meet all these wonderful people who enjoy your humor and your perspective, and they're coming on over, and they're like, let's see what else this guy does. Well, welcome. Welcome to the show. It's the JTrain podcast. On Mondays, we take emails and give advice. It can be anything. Relationship, family, lifestyle, friendship. We're going to give you perspective. A comedian or a friend or whatever they are, my guests and I are going to look at your email in an open, empathetic way, and we don't have to look you in the eye while talking about you, which is really the most powerful thing. We're not experts. We're talking out of our assholes here. We know nothing. We know our own experiences, and you're going to hear people talk honestly, because listen, you go to your friends for this stuff, you sit at the brunch table, they lie to you. They don't tell you the truth. I would lie to you if I had to look you in the eye. I'd be softer. I'd be like, wow. No, not here. We come right at you between the eyes. So we want you to send your emails, jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. Now, on Thursdays is a different show completely. It's called The Luxury Lounge. The Luxury Lounge is the place where any complaint gets heard. It doesn't matter how big or small or how frivolous. It is your problem, and it shall be heard in the Luxury Lounge. If you want to be a part of the Luxury Lounge and you have a complaint, send it to jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. Just title it Luxury Lounge. That's all you got to do. Shelby is our producer to the stars. Shelby, the Jeff Bezos of podcasting producing. He is an amazing person to work with here. And Shelby, he's in the background. He's always hovering. He's reading your emails, okay? I don't read them. Shelby, up at night, late at night, candle in hand, little pom-pom on the sleeping hat. He's reading all your emails, and we want specificity. We love a specific email. We love an email that gets to the point, okay? We don't want your one-woman show, okay? We don't want your one-man tribute to this get us to the sauce, and maybe reread your email so it's readable on the air. Those are all helpful things for me. But this is all to say, welcome to the show. Welcome to the JTrain podcast. Welcome to the JCU, the JTrain Cinematic Universe. Monday and Thursday, you're going to get a podcast. It's going to be waiting for you at midnight. So that is what's going on here. Also, we have ads. We have sponsors. I'm not a sponsor pusher. I'm going to tell you the ads in the way I would want to buy them, in the way I would want to hear them. So all I ask is support the sponsor, you're supporting the show. If it works for you, if it's something that can work in your life, like right now, I'll read my first ad. My first ad is for Base. It's a luggage company. If you're looking for new luggage, here's your free money. Okay? Very excited about today's episode. Oh, like, share, all that stuff. Review. If you're new here, give a review. And also, I'm the special. If you haven't watched the special, go watch it. Enjoy it. It's been the Netflix top 10 for a week now, which apparently, I didn't know this, is insanity. So thank you. Thank you for telling a friend, a coworker, a brother, a sister, a mama, a papa. That's what this is all about. I want you to go watch it, enjoy it. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. And if you've already watched it, share it. Make your Instagram story. That's the greatest compliment of all. All these people sharing it, I'll never forget that. I'll also never forget the people who didn't share it. I'll never forget both parties. I got two lists: share, no share. No share, dead to me. Share, family. When you're here, your family, as I've always said. Now, I am also on the road. On the road again. I'm back on the... Oh, I fucked that up. Shelby. You're right. Shelby just looked at me and gave me a head nod. No. It's horrible. On the road again. I'm telling funnies on the road again. I'm coming to your town. Come out with a friend now. I got a whole new hour from the special. It worked. It was okay. Better. If you're listening now, I'm going to be in Colchester, Connecticut. I'm doing a show at a winery. Yeah, from Netflix to the winery. East Providence, I'm going to be at the Comedy Connection. Atlanta, Huntington, Long Island, Seattle, Washington, Charlotte, North Carolina, Philly, D.C., Baltimore, Dania Beach, Portland, Oregon, Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego, Boston. Also, if this is airing, I've probably added a second show to Seattle, and we're adding Chicago and New York. Both are coming. New York City Town Hall, Chicago, the Vic Theater. Those shows are going to sell out. So jaredfree.com for tickets, jaredfree.com for tickets. Very excited about today's guest. New to the podcast. I don't think you've been on. Have you been on?
No, I've never been on.
First time in the JCU, the JTrain Cinematic Universe. She has a special. Again, we're here to sell our wares. We want you to go watch and enjoy. It's out there for you. It's going to be on 800 Pound Gorilla. It's called Prettiest Girl at the Special School. Tori Piskin, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
You also have, everyone should go follow Tori. She's fantastic, hilarious, at Tori Piskin. You're a native New York Cityer.
Yes.
New York City girl.
Jewish.
Okay, this is what Jewish women do. Immediately. Jewish. Okay. You
it's
do
a credit.
You do it. That's a credit. You do a podcast with your mom.
Yes.
Is she, and you've moved to LA since I've seen you last. So
yes.
now,
you came on our podcast.
I came on.
My mom loved you.
I have a way with Jewish mothers.
I mean, it makes sense.
So how is your mom? How are you? How is the relationship? When you grow up in New York City and then you stay in New York City and then you go to LA, like there's got to be some separation anxiety.
Guilt every day. She's like, it's fine. If you want to raise your kids in LA, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to be there to help you. I mean, because I have a boyfriend.
Kids.
She's like, no, I mean, his family can take care of the kids. I don't know. Do you really want them? Do you want them? Do you want that mother to help? Not your own mother?
How long have you been with a boyfriend?
2 years.
2 years. So 2 years.
And I'm 32, so it's that time.
2 years you're pushing. You're like, what's the next step?
I mean, yeah.
What is he? Is he a comedian?
He's a writer.
He's a writer.
Right.
Okay.
For books.
For books.
Yes.
Like what type of book?
Like all different types.
When your mom hears that, what's her first? What's he written?
Oh, I like that.
You like creative. That? She likes that.
She likes it.
She wants creative.
Yeah. Anytime I've ever tried to dip into like non-creative guys, like finance guys, she goes, they don't like you. Those guys don't like you. They don't like you. I'm like, were you on the date? Did they call you afterwards? And they're like, she's too quirky for me, Lauren. And he's like, I get it. I birthed her. She's not good for you. Is your dad
in the finance creative? What,
he's a dentist.
He's a dentist.
But
so what if you went dentist? Would your mom go, I know they don't like you?
I think it also depends on whatever I'm happy with, they're happy with. Of
course, but
you know what I mean?
That's the line every parent says at the end of telling you how much they don't like who you're dating. They give you the review. They go, and writer, I don't know, do they have insurance? Are they making it? But if you're happy, after they've guilted you for an hour.
No, my mom doesn't do it. It's like if anything that's ended, that's when she gets.
That's when
all the shit comes out. Like my ex, who was like a camera guy. She's like, I don't know, he was the camera guy. He lived in Chinatown. Tori, you're gonna move into like the 7th floor in China. What were we thinking doing that?
Right.
And everything's with me and my mom. What were we thinking? Oh, were you gonna move in?
She was a part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
She followed you from the beginning to from the excitement to the breakup.
She still talks about him.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, moms never forget an ex.
No.
They'll go into, remember what, and they'll bring it up at that point that you don't even want to hear it. You'll be like, I'm having a good day. They'll be like, remember the most horrific breakup you've ever had? And you're like, why would you bring that up today? Why?
Or why do they bring up, when my mom brings up the ex that we, ended bad or whatever, that's fine. But she loves to bring up an ex from like I dated in high school.
No, they like.
And she's like, oh my God, remember him? He was so sweet. Mom,
my mom does the same thing.
He emotionally cheated on me. Oh no, he was young. He was 24.
They love the youngest ex.
Yeah, why is that?
Because there was no hope at that point. There was no expectation.
Right.
They weren't, at 23, they were like, oh, it's a fun, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And then they go, and then you end it and they go, well, that was so good with them. It's because no one was pushing for anything.
Right. There was nothing.
There was nothing to be disappointed by.
Yeah.
We didn't go to dinner because he had no money or she had no, so listen, so you're here, you're in LA now, you're going on auditions, you're doing that type of thing.
Yeah.
And now you got the special.
I've got the special.
Give me the reason for the name, because Prettiest Girl at the Special School.
So I'm dyslexic.
Okay.
And severely, as my mom would say. She can't read a clock.
Very motherly, very Jewish mother.
Oh,
to take it to the most dramatic degree. Severe. You're not just dyslexic.
Severely.
Severe.
Severe. She loves that word.
They love multi-syllabic words. Horrendous.
Yes.
Horrific. Atrocious. These are all very Jewish mother descriptions.
Oh my God. Yeah, just So I was dyslexic, and I went to this school in New York called Churchill School and Center.
Okay.
And it was a
center. That means it's really
that's when you know.
Going on, yeah.
Right. And yeah, I went there from 5th grade to high school, end of high school. And yeah, it was a school for people with learning disabilities.
Right.
And I really was the prettiest girl there.
Right.
Because I wanted to leave and they wouldn't let me. And they kept telling me, oh no, she's too dyslexic. But I think
they wouldn't let you because they needed the pretty.
I think they needed me as like a representation.
I
of
gotcha.
Like, well, you see, Tori,
they
she's
put you
normal.
on the front of the.
I was on every photo.
The brochure.
Yearbook.
Yeah.
I was on the chess team. I wasn't on the chess team. They just wanted me in every photo.
Go play chess. We'll get a picture. You go bowl. We'll get a picture of you there.
Right.
So everyone go follow Tori at Tori Piskin. The special comes out September 5th. It's on 800 Pound Gorilla. Go follow. Go watch. It's a Saturday night on the couch. It's a Sunday when you're hungover. This is what these are all about. People come on. They want you to go watch their shows. We're going to get to the emails.
And I think it's also just about like, yes, okay, being dyslexic. But I think it's also like, I talk about like how kind of, you know, feeling like insecure, I think is really like affected my dating life. How I always went for like the stupid guys because I never felt like secure about myself, you know, because.
Well, it's tough that, you know. It's funny, like the stupid guys. Like it's funny that like the allowance
stupid,
with language, you know, like I'm
dyslexic.
thinking, right? Like, you know,
I only know a few words.
I'm with you. Like you would always go for someone that you maybe was easier. I would assume, like it was an easier entree, whereas opposed to someone you would be intimidated. I
never went for that.
Never an intimidated guy. You never see a guy like with a book in his hand and
my
on.
boyfriend now. I mean,
now
writes
he's a writer.
books.
This is a big deal.
This is a huge step.
Does he write backwards so that you can get it?
It's taken him a while to understand dyslexia.
Right.
It's taken him a little bit because he has like a photographic memory.
Oh, so he remembers everything.
Oh, everything, which is annoying with fights.
That's tough, yeah, with arguments.
Or if I'm like, hey, are you listening to me? He's the type of person that would just repeat everything I said. And I'm like, that's not... Look at my eyes, little bitch, okay?
So everyone go follow Tori at Tori Piskin. We're going to go to the emails before we do. We've all been there, sitting on a suitcase to get it closed the night before a huge trip. Luckily, there's room for everything with Base. Base luggage is the best way to travel with multiple sizes to choose from. You'll be all set for any vacation. Their bags include 360-degree gliding wheels, cushion handle, built-in weight indicator, washable bags for your dirty clothes, and all the interior pockets you need to stay organized. I am a fan of Base. I use it on the road. If you follow me on Instagram, you see I'm on the road every weekend. Base is with me along the way. I brought it to Europe. I have the Weekender bag. All of it fantastic. It works. It's functional. And they mentioned the cushion handle. That's something that you go, oh, who cares? I can't tell you how much better it makes the whole experience. It really is good. And I even keep a pocket with golf stuff like tees, balls, gloves, and all this stuff. And I'm traveling other places, not even packing, just in case. So I have room for the just in case stuff. So that should tell you what you need to know. Right now, Base is offering JTrain listeners 15% off your first purchase by visiting basetravel.com/JTrain. Go to basetravel.com/JTrain. Go to basetravel.com/JTrain for 15% off your first purchase. That's BEIS travel.com/JTrain. Also, if you're like, right now we're heading towards that time of year where it's like tailgates and traveling for the weekend. Great time to buy a Base. It's good. Are you ready to do some emails?
I'm excited.
You said you had a question before we started.
Oh, yeah. I feel like this is a question if I was a listener. Well, this actually happened a few months ago, but it's a great... So my boyfriend, again, we're dating 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Live together?
We just started living together, yeah.
In L.A.?
In L.A.
Okay.
Yeah, we started living together. And this is like the third time he's met my parents. He starts talking about his ideal wedding in front of my mom.
He has an ideal wedding?
Yes.
Okay.
It's in Hawaii. Maybe we'll elope on the beach. Oh, and
how does this come up?
Because we were talking about one of his friends who's a florist, and my mom was like, I love her. I follow her. She's amazing. And then he's like, well, at my wedding, I would like this. So he's going on about the wedding.
And you're not exaggerating about your mom. I've met your mom and I've done your podcast.
Yeah.
You sound exactly like her when you imitate her. Like the energy of what you just went into is her. It's very much her. Yeah.
So yeah, he just started talking about it. And then my mom, of course, afterwards comes up to me, you know, also by like, she's like, Tori, I think he's ready. Like, should we talk about the ring? And I'm like, no, he just says things out loud.
Yeah.
Is that a man thing?
That's a man thing.
A specific man.
I mean, it's The wedding thing is a little different.
You're like, I've never done that one.
I would know enough. How old is he? Is he 32?
32. Or no, 33.
I would know at 33. That's something I'm not going to bring up in front of the mom.
Right.
Unless that feels like it's a little much to bring up.
Right.
But I do understand, men go on dates. We should do this. We should do that. And it's just nice. Feels good to say. It feels good to get a reaction. It's very instantaneous, like dopamine when he sees, I want a wedding in Honolulu. He's watching your mom eat it up. Like there is an element of that.
But I asked him, I was like, you can't really say that in front of my mom without me then thinking
you're gonna have to deal with it.
You're ready for that. And he was like, I'm not. What? I was just talking. We were talking about weddings, and I'm like, I don't think he
the idea of a man having an ideal wedding is really not within my wheelhouse. like whatever wedding I end up having, if and when, it's gonna be cool. Great. Can't wait. Oh, you like that? I like it too.
Right.
I'll have like two things. Like I'll be like, pigs in a blanket at the cocktail hour. Like I'll be like, this has to be done.
A photo booth. Maybe.
Whatever they want. That's not even on my register.
Yeah.
And I will need like pig in a blanket at the cocktail hour, and like that's really it. That's really all the things that I need at a wedding. Like there's nothing that I'm like clamoring for.
Well, maybe my boyfriend can design your wedding for you.
Maybe. There's other things like if I was asked for my opinion, I'll give it.
Right.
But it's never to like, my opinion will never be like, well, we have to have the florist I need. Like that's never.
I don't think he was like thinking like, oh, like this has been my dream since I'm a little boy. I think he just was like talking, but I'm saying what I'm asking is like, and I've noticed this too with other friends, men say things in the moment that they maybe don't mean.
They don't mean the depth of the way it's taken.
Yeah.
I would say like he does believe. We're just talking wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't see the
I was
layers.
giving my example.
My
opinion, sorry.
I mean the layers that people go into, like it's something I've had to learn in my life. Like the idea of like going through a birthday with a girlfriend, you have immediately gotten more serious to that.
Right.
There's no ifs,
so you
ands,
go
or
on
buts.
dates and you're like, when's your birthday? They're like, actually, it's in like 10. Oh, okay, well.
Right.
Sorry, I'll be on the road.
Well, like it was a week ago. Oh, good. I got a whole year.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
We can really, we can hang out, but that took me a long time to realize. And you say things that, you're just, and again, this goes back to like dating for a lot of men and this 2-year relationship. I'm not saying he doesn't take it seriously, but like we're having fun. You hear from a lot of guys. We're having fun. So when you say things while you're having fun, you don't think of it as like this is business. And to you, a wedding, and to your mom especially.
Oh, my mom.
That is business.
So the two of them, he's talking about the wedding, and my mom's just eating every
Absolutely.
word. Oh yes. So yeah.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's nothing to him, but I don't think it's everything to him.
Yeah, and I had to learn that.
Right.
I think girls have to learn that.
Or you have to say what you're talking. Like there is a thing of like, I do believe you can say like, hey, just so you know, like this means something to me when you talk about this. Like just be aware.
Yeah.
And that's like a sign. Like hey, beware of wild moms. Like
yeah.
Let's go to the emails. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. We're here with Tori Piskin. Go follow @Tori Piskin on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, all of it. TikTok. My gay best friend hates my boyfriend.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Jared and Guest, feather. Here's my situation.
Feather?
Yes, we have a thing. When people share the podcast, when people share the Netflix special, feathers my nuts. It feels like a little feather tickling my nuts. It's a beautiful feeling.
Actually, I'm getting chills.
Exactly. So now it's turned into feather.
Okay.
So I have this close friend from high school. Let's call him A, who is a gay male. We've traveled together and have shared a special friendship over the years. I was one of the first people he came out to after high school, and he has since told me I'm a safe space for him and that my friendship really helped him when he was struggling with his identity in high school, which meant a lot to me. So on to the issue. A year ago, I started dating my boyfriend, H. He's been wanting to meet A for a while as I've told him a lot about him. So a few months ago, A was in our city and we planned to meet up. I did forewarn H that A does not come across as overly friendly to new people. He just sort of has a standoffish personality at first. Okay. That doesn't ring gay male to me, but again, that's okay.
Right.
I'm
all
speaking
these letters.
in generalities. When when they did eventually meet, we were at a bar with some of A's friends. So A is the
gay best friend.
Okay. My boyfriend came in and introduced himself to A and shook his hand. Immediately after he said his name, A turned to his friend and said loudly, "What's his name?" So that my boyfriend obviously heard him. That's not very nice. Then throughout the evening, A kept making rude comments towards my boyfriend. Like if my boyfriend would say something, he would be like, "Shut the fuck up." Oh my God. Wow. But it was hard to tell if he was joking. He also never went out of his way to initiate conversation with H or get to know him. He was generally just an asshole to him. This isn't nice. No. I made some comments sticking up for him throughout the night, but A didn't seem to listen or care. After the get-together, my boyfriend expressed he was really put off by A's behavior and his feelings were hurt because he thought a close friend of mine would want to be nice to him, get to know him. At first, I felt defensive of A, and I'm not sure why. I guess I feel this need to defend him because I've consistently been supportive of him through his coming out journey and feel like I've been one of his friends who has stuck by him through the years. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized he's actually just not a good person and I romanticize our friendship. If he really cared about me, he would attempt to get to know my boyfriend. Since then, I've decided to go slow ghost route on A because the more I thought about it, the more the way he treated my boyfriend bothered me. He's been reaching out to me when he's in my city asking to hang out, and I've been either not replying or just saying I'm busy with work. Why do you think he was an asshole to my boyfriend? I think part of it is just him having just a bad attitude about straight men due to his own past issues with them being homophobic towards him in high school, etc. Do you think the slow ghost is appropriate here? I know I could just ask him about it or say something, but it feels easier to just distance myself from him without having to confront the issue directly. Thanks for all you do. What do you think, Tori Piskin?
I mean, first off, wait, so who was the one that said that sometimes when the person meets someone, they're not friendly? A? The gay best friend?
The gay best friend is a little standoffish at first.
This is the opposite. This is
aggressive.
I'm a fucking bitch. This is
right.
I mean, listen, I think, you know, personality-wise, how you want to confront a friend. I would do the ghosting route because that's my personality. I'm not really like a confronter with friends. She can if she wants, sit the person down and be like, I don't like the way you treated my boyfriend. I thought it was like really rude. Right. I always wanted to do that with friends, but I end up just, if they do something wrong to me, I just end up kind of slowly
Why do you do that?
Them.
I you know, it's interesting that you say that because I was like, that rings female to me. Like, if I cared about someone and someone really made me mad, there's redemption in the friendship. It doesn't have to end because we've had it out. And I think a lot of times in female friendships, like we had it out and it was over, never the same. I think a lot of time with guys that I've had issues with, hey, this pissed me off. Right. What the fuck? Right. Talk to me about this. We'll get over it. I just need to hear your reasoning for what went on here. Yeah. And I think the fact that he's gay doesn't matter. I think what she has to remember, like that's the dressing on the salad, but it's really the actual meat of the story is you were there and cared about a friend. Right. This friend, when they were put to task to care about you and be there for you, they weren't there for you. Right. Not at all. And honestly, if I were her, I don't go slow ghost. Like, you would sit the person down. We have a long, you know, it's funny that she's like, well, now I'm looking back and everything was romanticized. And it's like, well, I give, you know, I look back at relationships and I go, I'm going to give someone an opportunity to like step up to the standard that I have. But I think it also, like, I went through something kind of recently with a friend where we like had a huge disagreement. Mm-hmm. What was the disagreement? We just like, I think it had been like building and we just kind of like blew up at each other. And I kind of like came to the person and was like, listen, I think we're like sisters. We've been friends for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I was able to say, like, I understand how I came off in the argument. And that person wasn't able to then see themselves. And they kind of slow ghosted me. Right. No, but that's it. And I think it's just hard. It's hard when like you have a friend that isn't been through therapy or emotionally self-aware enough to say, yeah, what you did was fucking, this is why I'm mad at you. But instead, they just kind of like slowly ghost you. But I think that's okay. Like, I they can do whatever they want. They can say goodbye to this person. To me, I would want to let someone know where I stood and like, here's where we stand. Like, I don't hate you. I'm just letting you know the facts. Right. I have a new boyfriend. I'm excited about him. He came excited to meet you. Yeah. you treated him like an asshole.
Maybe it's a female thing. Sorry to cut you off. Because it's like we don't want... I'm just my personal... Sometimes I'm scared about the other person's reaction. So it's almost easier not to like do anything.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I guess like let's think of the reactions. The reactions are, 1, you lose a friend.
Right.
2, they become a better friend and they're aware of the things that they've done.
Yeah.
And 3, you kind of just I guess that's it. Those are the 2 options. Like I don't really see a third option here. Like
yeah. I think the fact that she like decided to ghost that person slowly is because she knows if she sits this person down, this type of personality down, they're not going to listen.
Right. So to me, that makes it easier.
Right.
Now the person is going to call you and text you. You don't have to worry about like really like where you stand with them. You've stated where you stand. Like I kind of have like an open door policy. Like, hey, you come in the house, you act right, you're always invited back in.
Right.
Like and again, she has to judge how much she needs this friendship.
Right.
She might not need it at all.
I think she just misses the past. Their old friendship before the boyfriend.
I think she's right about why the gay best friend treated the boyfriend not great. They're self-conscious. They're worried about, they're like, let me lash out before let me hit them before they hit me.
Or maybe they feel the guy felt threatened by the new boyfriend.
There's a little bit of that. Like, you know, the relationship is going to go away. They don't have this outlet. I mean, like, that could be
might not even know that they're, like, he might not even know that he's acting that way because he's scared that he's intimidated by the guy or his relationship. People do things when they're not even self-aware.
Well, that could be a good way to get into the conversation with them. I do think talking about this with them will make them feel better. They're writing into me. So, like, they obviously feel a certain way. So, like, I think saying to them, hey, I don't know what was going on the other day, and your friendship means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I brought my boyfriend in. My boyfriend felt really not treated well. I watched it. It didn't look great from my end. He didn't feel great about it. I don't know why you would be mean and not want to like get to know my boyfriend when you're a good friend of mine, but I just want to let you know how I feel.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then they either like live up to it or not. And it's like, I don't like the slow ghost thing. Like, I don't like.
So you've never slow ghosted anyone? Girls?
Maybe I have, but
dating?
No, I've ghosted for dating for sure, but it wasn't in like a hate. Like, I don't want like, in my mind, it was never like, I am mad at this person.
Right.
Like, again, she is allowed to be selfish with her feelings. She's allowed to go, I feel really bad about this. She feels bad. She's writing into us. So, like, to me, like, let's clean up our own house.
Yeah.
Fuck his house. I'm cleaning up my house. Like, you left a mess on the floor. You know, like, you came in my house. You left a mess.
Yeah.
I feel like shit. My boyfriend thinks I'm like...
I've got shitty friends.
Right. Like, you've kind of made me look bad.
Yeah.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Tori Piskin. Go follow Tori. Go. The special, September 5th. It is out there for your viewing pleasure. We're sponsor people. Ooh, I love Lumi. In case you've been living under a rock, Lumi is amazing, and it's the world's first whole body deodorant. It smells incredible. I would actually say it smells edible. I have the coconut one, and it is like, ooh, and it works. Clinically proven to control odor on your pits, your privates, literally everywhere for up to 72 hours.
Wait, sorry to cut you off. That's perfect for like the girls that like want to stay at that guy's house that they don't feel comfortable enough to like bring a whole bag. So just bring the spray. You know what I mean?
They have a cream that's actually great. They have a little travel cream.
Oh, perfect.
It's great. And I've put the cream everywhere. Stops odor before it even starts. It's aluminum free, baking soda free, paraben free, and pH balanced. This deodorant was created by Dr. Shannon Klingman, an OBGYN who saw firsthand how totally normal body odor was being misdiagnosed and treated incorrectly. Lumi handles odor in one easy step so you can get on with your life smelling amazing. I have it. It smells amazing. They got the underarm stick, great. Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. Comes with a solid stick deodorant. I love it. Cream tube deodorant. Love it. 2 free products of your choice. They have a mini body wash for on the go and deodorant wipes and free shipping as a special offer for JTrain listeners. New customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with code JTrain5 at LumiDeodorant.com. That's over 40% of your starter pack when you visit LumiDeodorant.com. Use code JTrain5. Go check that out. Can you fix bad sex?
This is a question I've thought about a lot of times.
Okay.
And I've always ended it.
Always.
What
was the issue? If it, like, you know, not to get...
Yeah,
I know your mom's probably listening. Not to get too graphic. But like,
she's heard me say crazy shit.
But was there anything that you were like...
Yeah, there was, 2 guys I can think of. One, the kissing was just so bad. And... Okay, no, the kissing was already bad.
See, I'm trying to think if the kissing was bad. I've had it where the kissing was bad and I ended it because it would be like because again, it's like a first date thing. So like, I don't even go past, if I'm the kissing bad, I'm like, I don't think we're a match. And it's not to say they're a bad kisser. Maybe we're just not the rhythm.
Yeah, the rhythm. But I gave him a chance. I gave him like a month. I always used to give guys like a month.
Very female.
So I would give him a month. We had sex, and then I remember like he finished and then I didn't, and then he hit my leg and he was like, "I'll get you in the morning."
Ooh.
And then you
can't confidently
like, what,
not get a girl
coach?
off. Yeah, you can't just be like, okay, kid.
Yeah,
we'll get you. Oh yeah. Here's an IOU. You slip her an IOU note.
It's like a deli guy. Like, I'll get you in the morning. I'll leave the rest of the change.
That's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
And also, it's just the confidence in that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've been in the position. I'm like, did you come? Right. And it's like, you look like a loser, but I'm like, I do care. You want it, like,
yeah.
I think a level of caring is like, you know, like you want to hear back. No, but you know, I had a great time. It was fun. And
it was so early on that I was like, all right, if he's acting like this so early,
too comfy cozy.
I was like, no. And then another guy who was really sweet. There was just. Again, I gave it like 3 weeks.
Right.
Not like 3 weeks of constant sex, but I gave it, and we did it, I think, a few times. It just like the chemistry. There was nothing. Right. It felt like we had skipped the beginning and we were already like 5 years in. There was just a lack of like
mechanical. Like it wasn't like you were drawn to each other. Like we have to make an appointment. 5 years in is like, it's sex night.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. You don't want that like
2 weeks a month in.
No, it felt like we were just like on the couch and we were like
first base, second base, third base.
Yeah, it wasn't like I don't know, like pudding. It was like
I totally get what you mean. We're doing this to check boxes, not because we're like sweating each other.
Or at least that's what I felt.
I know, I get it. This person writes, "Dear JTrain, classic shell, and esteemed guest. Thank you, Jared, for all that you do. You've helped me so much with my dating life already, but I have a dilemma I'd love for your advice on. I started seeing someone a month ago, and I am really enjoying his company. He's very sweet, makes me dinner, walks my dog for me whenever I'm stressed, all around, treats me very well so far. The problem is is in the bedroom. I'm very fortunate to be a female who can get off fairly easily.
Oh.
Okay.
Brag.
There we go. And can even get off from penetration. Ooh, look
Can
at
this
you.
girl like sell whatever she has inside?
What are you eating? However, every time we have had sex, the guy I'm seeing will just get me off, or sometimes only come close to getting me off. Every time we have had sex, the guy I'm seeing will just get me off, or sometimes only come close to getting me off through fingering me for like 2 minutes before we have sex, and then move on to sex where he only does the 2 positions that he enjoys and I do not. I apologize for the crude description. I don't think this is crude. I'm just trying to get it. Like, so basically he is getting her off because he gets off fairly easily.
So she's annoyed that she wants to get off again during sex.
And probably annoyed that, like, and again, I think I agree with her. Sex is an experience. It's the whole thing. It's the kissing. It's the cuddling.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that leads to sex. It's the penetration. But it's like, if you're, if he's going down on you, you're getting off, and then he's here's the thing. She is remembering other experiences that she's enjoyed more than this one. And that's the problem. She's comparing.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying she's wrong for. She knows how great it can be, and she wants this to be as great as that.
Right.
I can understand that. So like someone's listening when I'm like, oh, came during, fingering. Good for you. I wish I had that.
2 minutes.
I apologize for the crude description, but basically I feel like I am his fleshlight.
Oh.
He has not let me go on top anytime I've suggested it. Well, that's no fun. He never even takes my shirt off, and he has only ever gone down on me one time.
Oh, that's
this is all coming. This isn't what this is even worse than we assumed.
We gave the guy the benefit of the doubt, and then we're like, he went down on her once. I'm like, that's not.
No, I mean, how long have they been seeing?
It's kind of like
1 month.
No, yeah, he sounds like he's almost too comfortable.
Yeah, the main position that he likes is him on top with both of my legs in the air, where all I can basically do is just lie there until it's over.
Oh, that's bad.
I've tried on a few occasions communicating the moment that I wasn't a fan of what we're doing, but he keeps going back to it. Hey. I like this guy otherwise, but every time we have sex, I just go home feeling defeated and annoyed. Do you think there is any way of having a conversation about this without bruising his ego? How should I bring this up? Do you think I should just cut my losses? It's so hard to find a nice guy these days, so I'd like to try to fix it if possible, but I can't live with bad sex for the rest of my life. Thank you for doing the Lord's work. Unsatisfied Betch. What do you think?
I mean, it sounds like he's got a lot of other great things. She really likes him. I think,
how nice could he be if he's not listening during these moments?
But maybe he needs to be like sat down and not just like said in the moment.
Said in the moment. I agree
think
with you,
he's not like retaining. He's just like, he's just not retaining. I think she needs to like sit him down and be like, hey, during sex, I love that. Like, I love when you eat me out, and I just feel like you don't do that enough. I think she needs to like express what she's missing, then see if he listens. Right.
I'm not in favor of just keeping a guy because it's hard to find another guy.
Right.
Like I think she mentioned that in her email. The beginning was so glowing of this guy that he was so nice.
No, but I think
walks my dog though. Like, if someone walks your dog but they don't listen to you during sex, I'm gonna say they're not that nice a person. Like there's there's something off here.
Or he's like selfish in the bedroom.
Right.
Or maybe he feels entitled because he's like, well, I did all these other nice things, so I just want to get off in the bedroom.
That doesn't ring true to me. Like, that makes him more evil than I believe people to be. No. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying, like, it would be strange for him to be like, oh, let me take the dog out. And then, like, I'm going to get mine in the bedroom. Listen, it seems like he's unaware.
Unaware,
I think you're right. Like, I think, again, in the moment, hasn't worked. We tried that. We tried giving positivity in the bedroom.
No.
I would say, let's start at, you enjoy his company, and you hope to be in a healthy relationship. I think she needs to stop getting in this game of it's hard to find a nice guy.
Yeah.
Stop that. You'll find a nice guy.
Yeah, you always find someone.
You'll find someone new.
Yeah, you found this guy.
Right. You'll find the next one.
Maybe the next guy will do your dishes and walk your dog.
And go down on you. So what are we talking about here? Like, I think get out of that mode.
Yeah.
You're saying, I'm really enjoying one aspect of our relationship. I want it all to be as good as the other aspect.
Yeah.
I think you gotta have a sit down talk, just like you're saying. Maybe over like a coffee, like during a walk. Let's get away from the bedroom.
Yeah, not in the bedroom, not before sex, not after sex, not on like even like a cute romantic date. I just think like in a outside on a walk.
This is easier advice to give than to take.
No, it's hard to say.
Hard. I think if I was to play this out, hey, let's go for a walk with coffee.
Yeah.
I think that's like walking lets you face forward. You don't have to like face him in the eye. I think that's helpful.
No, you're right. That's like a phone call.
Right. So let's go for a walk. So at least you're facing forward. And then I would start with a question, curiosity. How do you feel about our sex?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And get him talking. And he'll, I like it. I get off. Okay. And you would hope, again, he's away from the bedroom where he's been unselfish.
Right.
You hope he goes, well, how do you feel about it?
Right, okay.
And then
instead of just coming at him and saying like, hey, I've been upset.
I wouldn't be specific.
Oh,
I would start at, how do you feel about our sex life? How do you feel about the sex we're having? Well, you hope he says something. You hope if he doesn't ask you back, we're already at the problem. Why didn't you ask me how I felt?
Right.
Now you can get into it.
Right, now you know a little more about him.
Or he says, well, how do you feel? And you go, I want to have more fun with you.
Yeah.
Say it like that. Now let's be aspirational. I want to have more fun with you.
Yeah.
I feel like we've held back from the fun we could be having.
This is so good.
Right? Let's stay positive.
Yeah.
Let's stay in the aspirational zone. Well, how would you have more fun? I keep having these dreams of you.
Dreams? Oh my God. Jared, dreams.
Dreams allow you to be creative and honest at the same time. I dream of you. I honestly, I wake up wet thinking of you going down
and
on
I
me.
keep thinking about that one time you went down on me.
Right. And you haven't done it since, but I'm not blaming. I don't know why, but
yeah.
I'm looking for a more well-rounded sexual experience with you.
And should she say anything of like, it makes me feel insecure, or don't say any of that?
I think if the conversation isn't positive, which it might not be,
Yeah.
like he might not, if he doesn't ask you right away, well, how do you feel? Hey, you didn't even ask me how I feel. That's kind of how I feel in the bedroom. Like,
right.
You didn't even, why didn't you ask me how I feel? And I'm giving, someone might be listening and going, wow, you're really holding this guy's hand through this conversation.
But I think it sounds like he needs to be.
It sounds like he needs to be, or give up on it. If you're not willing to do this and you don't like him enough, which is okay.
Right.
It's totally okay to be like, fuck this dude. I'm not walking someone's hand. Because again, let's reiterate, there's another guy out there for you.
Yeah.
You're going to find a nice guy who maybe won't walk your dog, but he'll go down on you. I'll take the fucking blowjob. So like.
I think, but it is really hard to find like, I mean, I have a friend now who's single and I think she's great, but like she can't even just, it's like the date, they can't make the date, just the simplest thing.
Well, because the apps play to men's laziness in a way that like I understand it. Like the idea like I got the match, that's all I needed. And like that's hard.
No, she's been out with this guy, maybe you'll help her. She's been out with this guy for like 5 times and he doesn't really text in the middle of the week.
Have they had sex?
Yes.
Okay.
And but they even showed he showed up to her first date late. He's already kind of like proving he was already kind of like.
When do they hang out?
Like on date, like a date night.
They do a date?
Yeah. But he doesn't really text her in the week. And then he'll be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. This week was stressful. My
Does she
work.
Text him?
Yeah, but she's giving him the same energy, she told me.
I don't believe in that.
You don't?
I don't believe in giving someone because then I believe in being a pain in the ass, being totally you.
So you think she should just be like.
What's happening today? Plain and simple. What's happening today?
Because she feels like she needs to give him the same energy.
I think if she gives him the same energy, that's an energy she doesn't want.
Right, and they're not going anywhere.
Right.
Okay.
She doesn't want that energy. So why would she give energy she doesn't want?
Right.
Give the energy you want back.
Right.
Like it's okay to be, hey, what's happening today?
Right.
Oh, I got these meetings. Things are crazy. Oh my God. Well, cool. I got, did he ask about you back? Like, does he take interest? Like if you want texts, then text.
Right.
If you want dates,
I think it's about being vulnerable and you always want the guy to chase you and set up
But
the
if
date.
she wants that, then she's not getting that time to end it.
Right.
She's already 5 dates. He is what he is.
Right.
5 dates in, you should be feeling the way you want to feel to go on a 6th date.
Do you think, because
this is easy for me to say. I understand.
No, and like, okay, so on the 5 date, I was kind of giving her the advice, and I don't know if it's the best, where I was like, because she was like, maybe I should say something to him. Like, hey, I'm looking for something a little more consistent.
Why would you say, I'm looking for something that isn't you? Can you be that? That's really what she's saying.
So you think this is just not the right guy for her?
No, I think she's chasing what she thinks he could be and not what he is.
Right.
And I think that's a mistake. Mm-hmm. Like when you check boxes and you go, and again, this is like plays into the ick bit on the special where it's like, why do women get the ick and men don't?
Yeah.
It's because you're like, oh, he's got a good job. He's put together. The family's nice. Like,
right.
He's only thinking of terms, at 5 dates in, he's not even thinking that far ahead. So when you give him all these box checks,
right,
then you're like, well, he could be with all of these things amazing, but it's not who he is.
Yeah.
At least right now.
Right.
Maybe one day he could be those things, but if you're ready for more, you're ready for more.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I'm her, I'm like, to me, that's like a classic New York City tale.
Right.
Because, like to me, New York City has a lot of like hard charging, like aspirational people.
Yeah.
So you see the aspirations for them, but they're not including you in their aspirations.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like and this is where the finance guy bro gets the reputation, because they're like, I want big money, big house, family, suburb. I want it all.
Right.
And they're talking about that hypothetically, but are they ready for that with you?
Right.
So I think she's stuck. She's seeing this guy wants the things I want, but does he want?
He's not
with me?
right. His actions are a little different.
Right.
Yeah.
So JTrainPodcast@gmail.com, JTrain Podcast.
I think a lot of people experience that. Gmail. So hopefully we helped my friend and many other people.
She is not alone.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, like, that's been me in certain cases. Like, I've been in things where I know I'm like, I offer, I'm a certain type of guy where it's like, I know to some I'm like a safe adventure. I do this fun thing, but I'm also like a guy that they've recognized from their childhood, from their family. And then, you go on dates and, oh, okay, I can see it.
Right.
Plus there's this fun comedy thing and he does something different. And it's like, I've been guilty of like, well, yeah, I'm on my way to do these things. And
yeah,
I'm, secondary to that, I'm going, could this person fit in? And that's not fair to them, but that's how it usually goes. We're sponsored, people. We're getting into it today on JTrain Podcast. College football fans, are you ready for week 1? Woo! I gamble on football. I'll tell you that right away. Every Sunday, I got like $20 on every game. I don't know if that interests you at all. It makes it a blast for me. I love just having a little bit on the games. And I love that you can do it right on your phone now. I just have a fun time. It's really just fun. And college football, it's starting. I can't believe we're already here. DraftKings Sportsbook is hooking you up with a can't-miss offer to start the season strong. This week, new customers can bet just $5 on college football and score $200 in bonus bets instantly. I mean, this is amazing offer. So basically, you buy in for $5, they give you $200 in credits, and then you get to play with that. And maybe you win some more, or maybe you blow their $200 but in credits. But this is amazing. And change comes fast. The only thing that's a lock is DraftKings Sportsbook. I am so excited that they're a part of this because it is something that I really enjoy. Again, betting and all that stuff might not be for you, but what a fun way to get involved with a Saturday or a Sunday. You're at the bar, you're looking to meet someone. What a way to connect with someone and talk. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code JTrain. New customers can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on college football. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code JTrain. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, KS, 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See dkng.co/football for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Here with Tori Piskin. Go follow at Tori Piskin. Go, go, go. The special. It's out on 800-Pound Gorilla, September 5th. It is called Prettiest Girl at the Special School. Go, go, go. Go watch. You will love it. Hilarious. Should I add my hot neighbor on Instagram?
Oh my God, yes.
How did you meet? Yeah, it's a yes.
That's
How did
so
you meet
hot.
the writer?
We met on Hinge.
Hinge.
Yeah.
He must have written quite a prompt response.
Here's the thing I say about dating apps, and I tell my friends, and I went through a lot of I went on a lot of dates where I just was like, they're hot, or they had a tote bag. I just went for the things that I wasn't really thinking about. Is this person going to be a good possible match for me?
Right.
With my boyfriend, when I looked on his profile, I didn't think he'd be my boyfriend, but I said, okay, he went to Columbia. So he lived in New York at one point.
Box checking, as we just talked about.
Yeah.
And you gave the boxes, you collected a sample.
I did.
Again, lived in Columbia, or lived in New York because you went to Columbia.
Yeah.
This is you're doing exactly what your friend did.
Yeah.
But but the guy was ready for it. To be right for you, Well,
he actually wasn't ready.
Okay,
that was a whole other thing. So anyway, we went to Columbia. So we lived in New York. Okay, checked. He was from California. Okay, I think that's cool. Grew up there. So anyway, so with my boyfriend, we actually had this story where we dated for 2 months.
Okay.
He took me away to Santa Barbara. We get back. And I'm like, hey, just so are we clear? Are we not seeing other people? Because I slept with him without a condom.
Uh-oh.
I had an IUD, so I'm not that irresponsible. And he was like, "What? Oh my God, I just got out of a 5-year relationship and I'm not ready and blah, blah, blah."
But here's what you did. Santa Barbara meant something to you.
I mean, if you take a girl to Santa Barbara...
I've never been, but I again, if you take someone anywhere, you're more serious than you were before the trip.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we talk about it now, he's like, well, I wanted to do that and I thought that was romantic. Okay, well...
It is.
Right.
It is, but
right.
It comes with certain messages.
Exactly.
And again, I've ignored those messages in the past. I know.
But now you know.
I knew always. He knew.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to say he doesn't know, come on.
Right. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not, and you know what I mean? And he's like, I need to get my life together. I just got to have a relationship. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm a writer.
Yeah, I'm a writer. And he was, maybe we're just two ships sailing in the wrong type for the night.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what type of writer are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I end it because I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go. Mm-hmm. And then like a month later, he called me, like literally a month to the T. And I already was like I was thinking about him. I missed talking to him because that was a very strong part of our relationship, our like conversation and our banter. And so I thought about him and he texted me and I was obviously like pissed. Mm-hmm. And then I would say for like a month, we kind of texted back and forth. And then finally we like reconnected.
See, I like this story because it offers redemption. You go, listen, I'm going to see my way out.
Yeah.
And the door is unlocked. You can knock on it. You know, like he had to work to, he knew the responsibility that came with coming back.
Exactly.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
And people forget that. They go, oh, they're coming back. Oh, well, we'll just go back to the beginning. No.
No.
You start at Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we call it Act 1, Santa Barbara, and then when we redated, Act 2. So
you guys are like, it's like La La Land.
But I'm saying I think there's hope because I know when guys say I'm not ready, I'm not in a place, previously I would have always thought, oh, they're never going to be ready. But I mean, my boyfriend really did need that time, and he needed that time to figure himself out.
Absolutely. I don't think it's not personal to you.
No.
It's him tasting life without you.
And he didn't like it.
Didn't like it. And
not
that's
good.
Okay. Came over back. And it shows you how not personal. There's two ways to take it. Oh, you want to go fuck. You want to get your last licks. Or...
No, I was a good lick.
No one is debating the lick. That's the thing. It's not about you. This is my whole point.
I can't help it be about me.
But that's the
Jared?
thing. I understand that because everyone wants to be.
Oh my God!
When chosen, you want to be. A carriage with horses to come up. I've been thinking of you.
You understand?
You're the best lick I've ever had.
When he ended it, oh my God! I was like, "Fuck him! I'm fucking amazing." Who? And then he like unfollowed me and he muted me, and I was like,
"See what it's like without you."
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck him! Who needs him? I'm not fucking
personal.
post." No,
that's him getting right.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't get right. Comes back.
And then he came back, and now it worked out.
Should I add my hot neighbor on Instagram? Hey, Jared, big fan of your comedy and the pod. I saw you in San Diego for New Year's and laughed my ass off. Here's my dilemma. I'm a single girl and just turned 30. I'm fairly new to my city. I moved into my apartment about 4 months ago and have a guy around my age that lives in the unit next to mine. Basically, my bedroom shares a wall with his kitchen, but it is rare that we leave the apartment at the same time, so encountering this specific neighbor is rare. This weekend, I finally ran into him, and he officially introduced himself to me, and he is hot. I mean, like, I can't stop thinking about him after simply exchanging names. He did only tell me his first name, but to be honest, I have had his packages incorrectly delivered to my place before, so being the snoop that I am, I was able to find him on Instagram before we even met, since I saw his full name. Here's my question. Is it weird for me to follow him on Instagram? I would love to try and shoot my shot, but I feel too nervous to actually knock on his door to chat. Am I afraid? And I'm afraid I won't run into him again anytime soon. Any advice is appreciated. Thank you for reading. Signed, the girl next door. What do we think?
I mean, this is hot.
This is easy.
Oh my God, do it. Message him.
Hey, and honestly, your package come to my door is a perfectly reasonable way to get his name.
Exactly.
Hey, we met the other day, so you got the first name. I realized I've been getting your packages for weeks.
Yeah.
I looked you up on Instagram, and then you DM.
Yeah,
okay?
DM.
Not a follow. DM.
Oh, you sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Because here's the thing.
But what if he doesn't see it? Because you're not.
He sees it.
Okay.
I'm
getting nervous for her.
No. Don't give the guy some sort of blissful naivete. Okay. We're as smart as you guys. Okay. You DM, hey, I know this is so weird, but your packages always come to my door, and I realized it when we met.
Right.
I looked you up. I think you're cute and you seem fun. I would love to get drinks.
Wait
sometime.
a minute. I have never. You say I think you're cute.
Yeah.
Really?
I think you're cute and you seem fun.
Are you sure that's not too aggressive for a girl?
No, not at all. No, here's my number. Make a plan and I'm in. Now,
make a what?
Make a plan and I'm in.
Are you sure this isn't too aggressive?
What's aggressive about that?
I guess I would.
What are you worried about?
Not getting denied. Maybe him denying me. Then I'm in my head. Oh, he doesn't think I'm attractive. Then I gotta see him every day.
Here's the problem.
I understand I understand why a man could say that, but as a woman, I'm scared.
Here's what's worse.
What?
Half an answer.
Right.
I'm getting you the full answer. I get DMs all the time.
From girls.
All the time.
But let me ask you a question.
And they're half shots taken.
And you don't like those?
It's just not. Here are the options for me.
Have you ever gone out with a girl that was that straightforward?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If I'm attracted.
If you're attracted.
If they're my type. Attracted is different to everyone.
Right.
If they're my type, and I like the vibe from their profile that I'm seeing. So for this woman, you've met in person. So if you have a private account, I think that's okay still.
Right.
Because you have felt each other's vibe. So
yeah.
He has decided whether you're his type or not already.
Right.
So you approach him. Hey, your package has come to my door. I just want to let you know. I know this is totally weird, but I just realized you're the same person that's been coming to my door all the time.
I'm getting really nervous.
Well, here's the thing. I get this all the time. And I'm saying this not to brag or whatever.
Yeah. You're normalizing it.
I'm normalizing it because I think what this girl wants or this woman wants is a date.
Yeah.
She wants to see if they could be a match. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as that. She's not asking for more. She's not asking for less.
Right.
What I would do if I got a half thing and I was attracted, I'd play the long game.
Right.
I wouldn't give an answer. I'd be like, "Oh, cool. Nice to meet you."
Right. Okay.
So I would just keep it, just like your friend, texting when I wanted.
Yeah, the energy girl, let's call her.
Right, energy girl. If you want an answer, if you want to go on a date, let it be known.
Right, okay.
Because I don't see the negative.
So you don't believe in playing a game?
No. It's because you're going to play a game with yourself. This guy isn't
just
playing.
Go on your phone then, play Candy Crush.
I think you have a stand, just like you.
Yeah.
You went to Santa Barbara, you got back, you go, what's the deal here?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm freaking out, whatever. And you go, well, good luck with that freak out. I'll be over here.
Right.
I'm asking her to do the same thing you did.
Right.
Where it's hey, take it away. Put it away. Someone messaged me. The messages have been crazy because the name of the special is 37 and Single.
Yeah.
So they're you could not be single for long. And then I go to their profile and it's a private profile and I can see them in sunglasses. I can't see a thing.
Right.
Goodbye.
Right.
I'm not, there's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
There's no directive. There's no allowance for me to see what you look like and what your vibe is.
Right.
This person's met them in person. You know their name because you've seen the packages. You have a reason. Hey, think you're cute.
Right.
Seem like a fun guy. I got your name from the packages.
I think you should do it now.
Absolutely. And then I would love to get a drink. Here's my number. Make a plan and I'm down.
Right.
Now you've given the directive.
Right. You make the plan.
If he makes the plan, you're going on a date.
And then if he's flaky, then fuck him and you'll find some other hot guy and he can see you with the hot guy when you deliver his package.
He's already not listened to you.
Right.
If he doesn't make a plan on my end, hey, so what's up this weekend?
Right.
Okay, you think he's going to go down on you when you tell him to go down on you?
Right.
He's not listening already. Goodbye.
I love this.
Now you've given him a bar.
Right.
Yeah, and you have to listen. If you don't want to listen because you're afraid of getting turned down, to me, you're afraid of losing something you never had.
Right.
I just... JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Let's do one more.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's hit it.
I love Am I the Asshole? You ready?
Yeah.
I'm currently living with my best friend in our 2-bedroom apartment. A few weeks ago, my roommate suddenly decided that she was bringing her 2 dogs to move in with us from across the country, and her mother would come stay for a month.
Oh,
I mean, this is horrific.
This is the worst nightmare.
A few weeks ago, my roommate suddenly decided that she was bringing her 2 dogs to move in with us from across the country, and her mother would stay with us for a month. I approached her about this and told her that since my dog is in the apartment already, 3 dogs violates our lease.
3 dogs and a mother?
I mean, that sounds like a bad movie. Also, the way she came at her, I'm already like, you've already made a mistake.
Yeah.
3 dogs violates our lease. How about, hey, we should talk about these things?
Yeah.
Like, I have a dog here that you've agreed to because you knew what you were getting into when you signed up for me as a roommate. These dogs are a surprise dog.
This is not good. No one wants a surprise animal. Or a mother.
My dog is in the apartment already. 3 dogs violates our lease, along with how I would be uncomfortable having her mom here for a month. No offer to pay rent, chip in any utilities, nada. When I told this to my roommate, she immediately said it was a deal breaker and she'd be moving out. Here's my question. Am I the asshole? No.
No.
Since this chat, she's been avoiding me at all costs in the apartment, negging me with comments about change, playing that passive-aggressive no, I'm fine game, and all of a sudden going to all these events after I have said I cannot attend them. We have the same friend group. Sincerely, can we stop with the fucking passive aggression? I'm too old for this shit.
This is the best case scenario that this girl left.
Goodbye.
Oh my God, you would be miserable.
She's also embarrassed.
The other girl.
Yeah. The one that's bringing the 2 girls and the
mama.
mom.
The one that's got the mama.
Yeah. There's more here than there is for you. Like, yeah. She obviously does. No one wants their mom to move in for a month. Like
something's off with.
Something's happened.
This girl's going through shit.
She's going through something.
Thank God, you're not going to be with her. Maybe in a few months when she figures out her things,
she'll realize.
Can reconnect.
Yeah, and I think maybe if you really want to like figure this out with her, you go up to her with like kindness and you go, "Hey, I can't imagine having my mom have to move in with me for a month. But can you understand my side of things where this is all kind of a surprise for me?"
Right.
And there's been no offer of no empathy towards my side of this plight. I know you're going through something, but I signed up for a roommate, not like a fucking shelter.
Not like a TLC show.
Right.
What is this?
And I think when you go at them with 3 dogs, that's too much for the lease. That's when you get into...
Again, that's not saying what you want.
Right. You go, I have a dog. Listen, when we moved in, you knew I had a dog. You knew the deal with me.
Right.
This is all a surprise to me. Can you understand why I'd be a little bit like wary of what's going on? You never came to me and said, here's what's going on in my life. I need the help. You never came to me vulnerably. You just were like, come on in. And it's like, then all of a sudden it's Noah's Ark and everyone's running in and you're like, what the hell happened here? So I think that's the way you could go to her. I don't think you're an asshole.
No, definitely not an asshole.
I think you need to stop like, we'll get to the friend group later. Fuck the friend group.
I think this is the best case scenario for this girl.
I totally agree. I just think she's worried about like she gets into like we're in the same group of friends. You'll get to the friends.
Yeah. The friends will agree with you. Believe me.
Right. The friends will be back. The friends, you'll figure it out. I think it starts at, can we talk?
Yeah.
And then
again, can we talk?
Can we talk? You moved yesterday. It was you and I and my dog. Today it is you and I and your 2 dogs and your mom.
Is the mother sleeping in the bed with her?
Right. Like, where is she going to go? I need you to work with me here.
Yeah.
If you won't work with me, good luck. I get why you got to move out. But I need to figure out what's going on here. You're not really taking into account my comfortability in this apartment.
Right.
Right?
It's great. Yeah.
JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Tori Piskin, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Fantastic. It was so fun.
So much fun. Everyone go follow Tori at Tori Piskin on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the good stuff. And the special, the only pretty girl at the special
The prettiest girl.
The prettiest girl at the special school. It is on 800 Pound Gorilla, September 5th. Follow. Get involved. I'm Jared Fried. We'll be back next week. Boom.